What's going on today, guys? Weaver Beats here, and today I'll be showing you guys an interesting way to use a MIDI pack in order to get some melodic content for your song. This is my video for 4 producers, 1 MIDI pack over on Something Something's channel. I'm linking it in the description if you want to check that out. Anyways, basically all 4 of us had this challenge to take a MIDI pack that Something made and turn it into something interesting. Anyways, follow me from the studio into my DAW. Alright, so we got some MIDI files to start with here. I used the chords from it because most of the other ones were pretty rhythmic. I think there was one that was kind of like a guitar or something. So yeah, I started with these chords right here, and I started just moving around the notes a little bit, making them more similar, kind of like this, I would say. Just, you know, making it more of like an ambient sort of progression as opposed to like a normal progression. If you put on like a regular sound, it probably sounds okay. So it actually sounds alright to begin with there, but I actually found a pretty interesting patch in Omnisphere. I also put Portal on it as well. Gospel Selena. Yeah, this is a pretty good one. I also limited it to 4 voices because I did not want the chords to bleed into each other. So with just that, it sounds like this. Nothing too crazy, but when you put Portal on it with this Glaciers preset, sorry, Glaciers. Alright, then from there, I did some drums, pretty simple. I actually took my shaker and tambourine pack and I found a little bit from it that was like very drum and bassy. I used that bit. Put a little delay on it too, like a 2-step delay. I also use Bassgutta's hi-hat MIDI kit to do the hi-hats. It's literally just hi-hat MIDIs that you can drag a hi-hat sample onto, and it'll just give your pattern there. I can tell it's like pretty funky already. Then I brought in a kick and snare from Decap here, along with those melodies. Let's bring that in. Then I added 808, pretty simple, just kind of follow the notes a little bit there, nothing too complicated. I guess because the rhythm was kind of complicated, I figured it'd be good to do a simpler 808 pattern. I added in a guitar. I did this with Omnisphere also. This is basically just an Omnisphere beat. There's actually some pretty good patches in Omnisphere if you look hard enough. There's also some extremely mediocre ones also. But yeah, I really like the jazz guitars in Omnisphere. They're very expressive. Yeah, I have a guitar rig, and then there's another copy with Portal on it. So wait, here's the one with, here's the actual guitar. It's like guitar rig and Omnisphere. You can get a pretty convincing sounding guitar just from using a basic guitar preset and a good amp system, like guitar rig. But yeah, as you can hear, it sounds pretty, it sounds pretty realistic, you know? Alright, then you put it all together. Then there's drum and bass section at the end. Basically, the only thing I really changed there was the kick and snare. I got rid of the open hats there. That's about it, really. I changed when the 808s hit too to make sure they hit when the kicks do. Like those drum fills. I basically just went in there and started drawing and stuff, and I made sure that the choke was on for the kick and snare. That way they would cut each other off when one of them plays. And then from there I did some typical mix stuff that I always do. I put LFO tool on the melody and bass, and I created a sidechain channel to send through to that from the kick and snare. I put isotope trash on the 808 to give it a more distorted, crunchy sound. I cut some lows on the melodies to make room for the bass so it was much cleaner. I also put parallel compression on the drums, as well as parallel excitement, saturation, and more parallel compression on other things. I think the melody instruments. And here's the finished beat. Hey guys, what you think of that beat? Trying a little something different there. Trying to do like a little drum and bass thing and like atmospheric thing and a little guitar thing all put together. Check out the full video if you haven't. I'm your host Weaver Beats. Make sure I Bloom Audio if you haven't. Great mix master service, and that's because I am them. Use code Weaver for 20% off. Check out my Discord, beat battle, feedback streams, Twitch, blah blah. Let me just say I'm feeling sick. No, really, I'm feeling kind of sick. I don't feel good. Bye.
The Band Incorporated.